And welcome to Game Plan on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Victor Achutamaklu. As always, I'm here with three men and expecting a fourth as we try to make sense of the relevant issues in the world of sports. Time, they say, is a great source of irony. Everything is revealed in the fullness of time, yet often and only after the fact. So you will get to know, but often just when there is very little you can do about it. That's exactly the situation of how we found out about the GFA's proposed budget for Ghana's participation at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. We will have a conversation on that thorny issue and try to look at the relationship between the Sports Ministry and the Ghana Football Association that makes it possible for them to even propose such a budget in the first place. What is finally approved, who gets to benefit, and why this incestuous relationship, as I call it, continues to fester. We've got that. There is also the small matter of the resumption of the Ghana Premier League, because after 6 weeks, it is back. I'm told somewhere in Kumasi, the Ghana Football Association's competitions head is removing the final bottleneck before the games begin tomorrow or resume tomorrow. So there is that. Also this week, the first stanza of the UEFA Champions League run of 16 games happened with Liverpool going through the furnace and surviving with a first leg advantage. Real Madrid did same. Bayern Munich, FC Barcelona, all of Europe's big teams managed to secure important wins in midweek, and so we'll try to make sense of the Champions League games. But also this week, Ghana marked her 68th independence anniversary celebrations, and that's how I'm going to start the conversation this afternoon, by introducing my gentlemen and then asking them one simple question. First, Sichupe Philip Atrim. Bro, how you doing, Philip?
We're having it.
See, any gathering that features Sichu and Daniel Cransing, there is bound to be misbehavior. So yeah, we're getting used to the two of you.
We're discussing a critical, important matter.
Yeah, the future of Ghana.
The future of Ghana.
Yeah.
Charlie, we are almost 7 decades by some way. No, it's yesterday I was thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a serious matter.
70 years.
We are almost 7 decades since independence.
6 years after retirement.
Bro.
Yeah.
But Obrano Emfa. 8 years after. It's a serious matter.
Yeah.
But let's just hope that maybe we now can reflect and begin to do, because when you travel around Africa, don't go to the West, don't go to just go to Africa. Don't go to Europe, and just go to Africa.
We did back.
Charlie, we are living on past glory, so it is the, in some way somehow, our other African brothers and sisters have massive respect for us because
of the past glory.
The past glory in Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Revolutionists, Pan-Africanists, like he did a lot of things. First man, independent.
Our branding is still solid.
The branding and the aura.
The aura.
The branding and aura still there. But when you go to other countries and the things they are doing,
they actually
like
show working.
Charlie, it's somewhere. But hopefully, maybe so but hopefully. And also,
DK, how you doing?
Oh my brother.
Bread man.
Life is good, man. Charlie, let me tell you something quick that happened today. Charlie, we did grow. Can you believe?
DK always gets excited when there is a reminder of the fact that he's growing. He's not
No, see, what happened there? I was just laughing. Like, I just burst into you see. Can you believe?
Yeah.
I left my house.
Yeah.
I reached Alaju. You see the junction top.
Yeah,
if we go the mid side, no,
Yeah.
the bridge there,
The
no
bridge,
way. I reached that traffic light. Where Hawker, so Hawker be say, "Hey, bole." Before I realized that I wasn't wearing a shirt.
Wait.
Yo, wait.
No. Now when the story makes sense. Wait. You were driving.
I was driving. Hawker.
And you go to Alaju. Like that is like 5 minutes drive
from the office.
From to the office.
Yes, from the office.
Without traffic, I go fit do 3 minutes, 2 minutes. To the office.
We
Hawker, they call you Bole. Take off you should have chest and shoulders.
Before I watch, I say we singlets bad anyway. What turn the back seat? The chest no there, so
You will go back.
I'll go back over the chest.
Hey! No, the hawkers for the move. If you can't catch office,
See, like a slack.
For the car.
Like I will call Karim. I will call Karim. I mean Karim, we wear the same size. I beg you, Karim.
Save the day.
Can you see what's matter?
But you know the way the hawker referred to Dankino, it be old Q.
Yeah, but
You know, even beyond that, growing up, when you see someone who is, these days we're very sensitive, so we can't even use some words. When you see someone who's big, you don't know. You refer to that person as skinny or slim. There are people who do that. Then for a slim person, they call them obolo, abolo, bole, all kinds of things. But shall they grow?
We do good.
Yeah. No, you especially they grew.
But stop it. We do good.
Muftao, how you doing? How's the Ramadan going?
It's been okay. It's been cool. 7 days into it. Yeah, it's been good.
Ask him next week.
Yeah.
No. Oh, so usually
Okay, now Muftao.
by day 15, day 20,
You
it be
change.
like your head one drop from your neck.
Bro, I've seen Karim. Karim is really fast.
Oh, he's fasting.
Karim is fast.
No, it's telling.
Those
It's
who
telling.
fast, when you see them,
Yeah,
you can tell.
It's so telling.
Yeah. I mean, he walked in here first and I was like, bro, you don't look good.
Are you sick?
No, Karim is fasting, but fasting is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good, and I like the way the Muslims do their fasting.
You know, the fast itself is not difficult.
Yeah,
It's all the distractions and temptations that make it.
yeah,
And that's why I prefer to stay indoors when I'm fasting.
yeah. Ideally, fasting should be that. It should
Yeah.
be to yourself, so that so many things don't distract you. You don't enter town and see some nice baby girl wearing some things. Somebody doesn't say something that will evoke your emotion. So you are taking yourself away from every other thing just to stick to your prayer mood, your fasting mood, and when fasting, Christ went to the wilderness, went away from people.
Yeah.
to go
40
and
days
fast.
and 49.
We don't-
Some people
Moses
get to
went
the
to the
extreme
mount-
of not wanting to see anyone. Not
Yeah,
wanting to
yeah. No,
Anyone.
yeah. Because your it's a spiritual exercise.
Yeah.
But you're doing it in your human flesh, and once you interact with human, like even the food you can eat, the things you see, the thing the mind can process. So normally when you're fasting, you just want to be, with yourself.
What's the most serious thing you've given up as a result of fasting?
Everything. I've given up food. I've given up.
No, those ones are regular, but
I've given up sex with my wife. Like it's because when I'm and it's spiritual exercise. So if I'm going to fast, I tell baby girl, sweetheart, next week I want to go into this exercise. So
does the Bible speak?
Oh, let's see
against-
free story. Actually, we don't like it to be cutting stories.
Sometimes.
Finish.
when you look at the book of, I think
Look at which book. Must I go back to the story?
When you look at Isaiah, I think Isaiah
Muftao
56.
is interested in the conversation with your wife.
No, I'll come there.
When you're
I'm
fasting.
building, I think Isaiah 56. It
Yeah.
speaks about what fasting is. Like it is, you're actually depriving yourself of all pleasure. It's all pleasure, and one of the best pleasures you can have as a married man is when you go intimate with your wife. It's an amazing thing under the ordinance. I enjoy it, right? But when I'm going into that exercise, I have that discussion with my general manager in the house, my madam, and I'm telling her that next 2 weeks, this is what I'm doing. So if there's an arrears you have to clear this week before we get there, perhaps we get into it.
Arrears.
Right? Yeah, maybe
An investment.
Investments. If you want to make investments, so that
Quick.
you get into it.
This one. I would say Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah.
No, because again, the reason why she has to know is you have a duty and responsibility towards her. And it also helps me during the period because she knows that she can tease me with food. She can ask me what I'm eating. She can ask me what did you eat. She won't say things that will draw my attention to the pleasure. So, and I like how you guys do it, the Muslims.
Yeah.
From sunrise to sunset. I think that's the proper way.
Yeah.
These days, Christians, we've become lenient with fasting. So you're like, over to 1.12, over to 1.2.
Obey me and miss you.
Yeah, when fasting has been really described as it is in our book,
Yeah.
it's being without food and water and all the other things that gives you pleasure. So, yeah.
You see the fake pastor, the so-called oracle can't relate when you're talking about matters of spirituality.
This guy fast like 5 days, like he did die. No, like seriously, like 5 continuous days. Not breaking, not breaking like 6.
You do so before,
like throughout 24 hours, 24 hours.
No. So what it means is that
yes. Like if only say
even you will not have supper.
No. You don't break. You don't go straight.
But how can
if you start? You are going.
You want to die?
I go.
But how can you look at yourself and say you are doing that to yourself?
I'm stronger than you think. No.
What will be left after that exercise?
This guy. You don't know.
Well, it's a quarter of an hour to 2 p.m. That means we've got plus or minus 75 minutes.
The man, with this me finish the toy is a quarter of an hour to 2 p.m.
Because you won't talk so. I know.
Serious guy.
If I allow you, will finish me so. But guys, it will be remiss of us not to have anything independence in today's show. Yesterday was anniversary number 68. I'm sure over the years we've had 1 billion sports personalities in our history. Mufta, I'm going to start from you. Give me the best 3 in Ghana's history.
Top
or your
3.
favorite 3, the top 3. Yeah.
The top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so I include what I've read.
Okay.
So
is it in no particular order or you're
yeah,
giving
in
us
no
order?
particular order.
Okay.
Definitely Azuma Nelson should feature in there.
Yeah.
Then there will be a place for Asamoah Gyan. Then the number 3. Wow. Abedipele.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 footballers there, 1 boxer.
1 boxer.
Okay. Sichu.
Look, straight away I had 4 in mind, right? I had 4 in mind, and you said 3.
No, if there's a good reason why the last 2
I've got
have
a
to
good
be
reason
tied.
for 4, because for me, the number not in any particular order, but the first one that comes to mind is CK Jenfi.
Yeah.
It's CK Jenfi.
Okay.
You 3 AFCONs. Coach Ghana is Ghana's first Olympics, and since him, it's been Hassan Shahata who has equaled that record.
Yeah. And also our very first semblance of any football philosophy.
Yes, CK Jenfi is football. If you can speak about the Betty Pillis, can speak about the Samoa Giants, the genesis of that football heritage of Ghana is really very much him.
Yeah.
So I rate him so highly. So him, CK. Then I can't go past Abedi Pele.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why is the maestro. In fact, the fact that the whole world even accords him the name Pele means a lot. Like, it's not like it's a Ghana thing. You know, Ghana.
It's not a creation of.
Yeah, you know, Ghana here, we've got players that we call them different names. Like, but this guy, the whole world.
But the names we call them don't travel
beyond the don't travel beyond their communities.
Yes.
Like they call somebody hazard, it be baller for his zone, but
Karim is Dembele.
But this Abedi, you know, he is the world's Abedi Pele.
Yeah.
And no other, like, it's, you can't just be an ordinary player and have that name. But it's also when he represented Ghana, and the fact that without him, it was evident, like it was so clear that in this era, without him, the team was not the same. With him, it was on a different level. So Abedi Pele comes in. Then Asamoah Gyan. But the reason why I said straight away 4 came to my mind is I can also look beyond Azuma Nelson, right? And what he's done with boxing, like world champ. He was immense. Like Azuma Nelson kept the world, this part of the world awake, the rest of the world also staying up to watch it, or this part of the world staying up to watch the rest of the world awake to watch him.
He basically used as a tool to unite this country during the junta.
No, he was that. Like he was there, Azuma Nelson. But when you've got another athlete or sports personality who is Africa's all-time top goal scorer at the World Cup, who also is Ghana's all-time top goal scorer in the history of the country, and not necessarily what he did in club football, but whenever he wore that Black Star shirt, what it meant to him and how he delivered, I can't put him out of the list as well. That's why I said straight away 4 came to mind. And these are the reasons. Asamoah Gyan was just immense.
Right.
His number speaks for itself, and his records when he has played for Ghana, it's been superb.
Danny,
I'll choose to stick with 3. Obviously, quite a number of names. Very, very difficult to narrow it down. But we start with Azuma Nelson, obviously. what he did with boxing. Not just boxing, but Azuma Nelson was Ghana Sports when he was Azuma Nelson. Everything revolved around him. So Azuma Nelson is in there. Then Cecil Jones Atukwefio. Winning the AFCON as a player, what he did with Great Olympics era as a great in Ghana football was Jones Atukwefio. In fact, when they went to the semi-final of the CAF Champions League in '72, he finished as a competition top scorer. Then he took over the team 2 seasons later, won the league, won the Champion of Champions, came to Hearts of Oak, won the first Ghanaian treble. First and only treble to date. So for him, he transcends just playing. He did it during his playing days. He did it as a coach. Put Hearts of Oak on the top of, or at the top of African football. What he did, I don't think it will take a long time before we see something like that. And the last one, if I'm the one picking it, of course, Baby Jet will be in there. It's very difficult. Like, I wanted to choose. It was between Baby Jet and Abedi Pele. I don't care what somebody says. I don't care what you are saying in your car. I don't care what you are saying in your office. Once I'm the one.
This is your list.
Thank you. Once I'm the one putting the vote there, I'll choose Baby Jet.
By the way, they can also share their list with us.
They can.
So send us your list on the WhatsApp line, and I'll definitely read that for you. It can be 3. If you want to expand it to 4, just give us a list. No long message. But if you want to add some reason, fair enough. But just which players or which personalities, so you can now envelope coaches and the likes also in that list. Muftau.
And there was the angle where Sicho mentioned about Azuma Nelson, and you recall that during those days,
we don't recall
of them.
Relax. You guys say that we don't recall.
You were in there.
Okay, we are in the know.
How old were you?
We can't recall it.
We are in the know. Okay.
Yeah, but we can't recall it.
And remember when you asked me, I said including what we have read.
Okay.
I'm
recalling what I've read.
Okay.
That's the smart one.
That's a top politician.
Many have said that during Ghana's difficult period, which is in the 80s, Azuma Nelson was literally the tool that was used to unite this country.
Yeah.
So it is difficult for you to talk about this country's most impactful sports personalities and we look at Azuma Nelson.
And it was damn good.
It was going to be extremely difficult.
You want to be hypo. You want to be hypo. It was
Apart
good.
from being the tool that united the country, he went out there and floored his opponents. He went into the ring with his own referee and dictated the outcome of bouts. And clearly, it is going to be difficult for anyone to look at the sporting personalities of this country in the last 68 years and not including. If you give us an opportunity to name a very long list, we'll give play.
Salatata will come inside.
Yeah.
No time, no day. What about it?
I think I saw another list on social media that features Samadi.
The great
also a very
was
honorable
it Barcelona
mention.
92 or
92 and 95.
95, yes.
So bronze the first time and then our very first gold at Starlets.
17.
Is the reason we have when you see Starlets 95 road around the stadium there.
He's a reason.
So send us your text message or WhatsApp message and then let us know what list you also have. But this week, thanks to Charlie, this one is a scoop of the year so far, as our good friend Gary indicated. Fentio Tyree got his hands on the budgets that we asked that we started seeing snippets, but they never gave us the budget proposal or even the budget itself. We found out what indeed the Ghana Football Association submitted. Now, there are details of that on myjoyonline.com. For the appearance fees list, the FA proposed a list of 54 individuals as beneficiaries of the appearance list. Now, Otuado's Black Stars list for the tournament was 26. That means there were 28 other people that the GFA proposed to receive or to be beneficiaries of the $100,000. That essentially means that they proposed to pay $5.4 million. One other item that also was very interesting to note was the fact that the FA had penciled down Otuado's personal assistant to receive honorarium of or an honorarium of $20,000. Now that amount was the equivalent of what the head of Ghana's delegation to the World Cup was supposed to receive, and also the scouts that we employed for the tournaments, Otoado's personal assistant was penciled down to receive the same amount. Then you've got the issue of the plane tickets. Now, we know that the pre-tournament campaign happened in the UAE, in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. And some of our players had to go to... So, Andre Ayew, for example, captain of the team, he was in Qatar, so short flight, a few hours, he's there.
Or even walked through the back. You see that? You see that Lungu Road at the back? From
back alley.
Oh, that you see?
Yeah.
About you come to Qatar. You can't say... If you pass there, there's some shawarma. Some shawarma joints be there. They sell some jalabia on the
right side.
So if you just pass the down there, or you enter Abu Dhabi.
Where there was... that be that...
Oh, no, that be that road. That road. Oh.
So that where Andre catch first before everybody...
Oh, that road. Quick.
Keys, bro. Keys. So, yeah, Andre, he used the back alley. You see, so for someone like Andre, his flight tickets will not cost the same as someone like Efuye Bania, who joined from Ghana, because it was with Hatsufuka at that time. But the GFA budgeted to pay $7,000 for each player, irrespective of where each of these players were coming from. Then you've got the purse holder, who by tradition is an employee of the finance ministry, usually an accountant or with an accounting background. So they are paid by the state for some of these purposes. But we penciled him down, or should I say the GFA penciled him down to earn $10,000, even though he was basically there for the job that he was paid by the state to do. He was penciled down for that amount. Now, I'm sure all of us here have seen what the GFA proposed. Now, we have already indicated that this was the proposed budget and not what the sports ministry approved. But Sichu, given everything that had been said before the tournament, and that's often said about public perception of the expenditure around the national team, and how, especially after Brazil 2014, and how the GFA is perceived to be profiting off the players, and how some players in the past have complained about how there are too many people around the team enjoying when they are the ones actually toiling. What was your initial reaction with all of that in mind when you saw this? Yeah,
so when I saw the first thing I asked, in fact I asked Fentios, and Fentios post that I saw this, so I asked him, was this budget some way somehow approved? And in the end he said no, this was the proposed, and from his checks this is not what was approved. So my question again was, which money did they pay? What were the adjustments, and which budget was approved? We are yet to see the details of that one, But it's not with great conscience that the FA put this budget across to the ministry. I don't care whether it was approved or it wasn't approved. The fact that the FA can even think it's a massive problem. It is great disregard to the times in which we were. Because Ghana in the last couple of years has really struggled economically. Football is part of that chain. So for you to table that kind of budget, it makes no sense, absolutely no sense. That is why when people say that the FA has become a ground where people are only enriching themselves and not necessarily looking to building the game, they've got a genuine case. And when some of these things get into the media, people can feel it. Because what sense does it make that there are 24 other people, 28 others going to make the same amount of money that the professional football players are going to make for appearing at the World Cup? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense anywhere in the world. And truly, I really want to know the jobs that these others were doing. Are we talking about the camera guys? Are we talking about the media guys? Are we talking about... Because who are they? Who are these people? Who are these other 28 people who deserve the same amount of money we're going to pay the actors? Right? It doesn't make any sense. And again, it's very important to say that there isn't a blanket money for tickets. There isn't one. So how are you budgeting $7,000 for all the players who are going to go and play at the World Cup? It doesn't make any sense. You can't tell me all the ticket fares are the same. So it wasn't with good conscience that they did this. The other thing too could be that the budget had to go early for approval on the ticket issue. Had to go early for approval before the invitation of the players. Because if the budget went, the World Cup was in November, December.
Yeah.
If the budget went somewhere around June, July, the FA wouldn't have known which players would be coming,
Exactly.
which players would even be fit. So that's on the budget. So the FA maybe there's putting a blanket amount of money for every player, but there will be reconciliation with proper receipts at the end of the day. So that could explain it. I'm just playing the devil's advocate. But if the budget went in at the time the FA had a fair idea of where every player was going to come from, then that is not with great conscience. So it's the two things. If the budget went way earlier, I can understand why. If it didn't, then no. But on the matter of the appearance fee, the 100k, it makes no sense. It doesn't matter what time the budget went. It made no sense. And I don't know if the head coach of the Black Stars office comes with a PA. What I know is the head coach, the office of the head coach of the Black Stars comes with assistant coaches and other support staff who are also taken care of. Now, why
for
is
this tournament there were 22 of them per the FA's own documents. There were 20. The full complement of the technical staff that we went to Qatar with was 22.
So wait to Ignatius and Prosper Ogum and Tanko, they're all going to get 100k. Part of the 28.
So that's what the FA has not clarified.
Interesting.
No, so Sicho, you make one point which is quite critical.
No, you let him finish.
Yeah,
let him finish. And
so
I was just clarifying that.
Yeah.
As for the technical team, Otuado had 22 support
Ignatius,
staff.
Ignatius, so they make up. 100k, bro.
No, he alone said.
No, but they went on internship.
No, but if I'm asking if they are, that's what I want to know those who are on that list. But if some way somehow.
No, you are saying the technical staff.
Yes, the FA
Yeah,
said
but they were not
22.
part of the technical staff.
Oh, but the
No, they all supported.
No, they were all considered.
They all supported.
No, they were not part of the technical staff.
Formally, they were not. But
Formally,
if
they were
on the
not,
budget, on the budget, they could have included them because.
No,
Could have.
even
We are dealing with factors.
I'm just
so
saying.
even the list the minister took to Parliament to read, they were factored as technical team.
Oh, you
so
are.
that one there.
So 100k. Yeah. Prosper Ogum. That's why he come there. You don't know if you see the job. Do I get too much money?
Too much money.
The money he invest. It's just like the money he invest and the money lock away.
Sicho, you drop keys so.
Yeah.
After the World Cup, no. Ogum,
Yeah.
Buedu, them
Yeah.
they only see Topo.
No, but Charlie, you have too much money. But after the World Cup, that lad some way.
No, if you ban here,
Some way. Bro, there's more there. But back to the point.
Serious.
So like I'm saying, we need to know those who they were budgeted. Again, if they didn't pay them, we might never know. But I'm saying it's not with great conscience. That I think again, the PA. How is that a government's responsibility to pay the PA? Like unless it comes with the coach's office, and I won't sit here and say that it is a no. But we need to know that if today Danny-K become the Black Stars coach, is he assigned or is he allowed to come with a PA at the cost of the government or the FA? Right? Because we need to know that, because Otto could have as well said, I'll go with my PA, but I'll take care of my PA. Any money you pay me is between my PA and I'll take care of him. Maybe help me get a room for my PA at the hotel. Please make sure my PA is on the team bus. But when it comes to the per diem and all of that, that is because it's not an official office.
I think in the early days of Ancelotti's relationship with his son, Davide,
Yeah.
that was the he was paying his son.
He was paying
until he did his
he
badges.
proved he did his badges, he proved that he was a good, and then
He
the
became
club then.
part of-
So unless the FA is saying it is an official role attached to the office of the coach, I don't get it. I don't understand how they pay that amount. But it's part of the reasons why nobody really has trust in what is the most or the most well organized sporting fraternity in Ghana according to the different
You're talking about this. You're talking about this.
At you, a quick one.
And we will continue.
by the
You
list.
can continue to count on my leadership, my integrity, my trust, the integrity of the Football Association, and I'm bold to say that the Football Association of Ghana is perhaps the best organized sports institution in Ghana that you can trust.
Okay, so
That's
so
a
I-
fact.
It is.
Yeah.
No, name another.
So
I'm wrestling.
At you. This document, I had it on 14th December 2022. These were the list of technical team members. Otto Addo Nana head coach. George
Auto
Borton.
is called Nana.
Yes.
That's why.
George Borton entry.
What do you mean?
Okay, Nanado Otto.
Auto is called Nanadu.
Yes.
Interesting.
George Borton entry. Assistant coach. Christopher Houghton William Gerard, technical advisor. Masood Didi Dramani, assistant coach. Richard Kinson, goalkeepers coach. Prince David Kofi Pambo, doctor. Jonathan Ni Ayi Korte, physiotherapist. Roy Ricky Romeo, physiotherapist. Samuel Kwame Ankoma Mazer. Salifu Awal Kamin, video analyst. Ajay Grant Abbas, video analyst. Rennie Opare Otu, dietitian. Henry Joseph Chum Asante.
But they do some nice drinks. That's how they try. They do some very nice drinks. After training, that they drink some. They do that.
I mean, so this list, basically there were 19 people. That was a technical team that went to the World Cup.
So this doesn't have.
It doesn't have the killer scenes.
So
It doesn't have the keys.
The 22 technical team, Ogun.
So Ogum and Co added up.
So
this
the
guy,
three,
Bodu.
Ignatius Ogumbodu, they will be the three that adds
No,
to
so
your
no,
night.
they actually added up to shoot up the technical team to
22.
that number. But the official technical team were 19.
19, right.
This was
And
the
we're talking about
document.
28 people who deserved the 100K, right? 28.
So in
So
fact,
the five committee members. After this, there's the 5 committee members.
That
The
takes it
management
to,
committee.
That takes it to 24.
That takes to 24.
Uh-huh.
And then
The three,
the
Bodu and Prosper and Ignatius.
that takes you to 27.
27.
He left with 1. Oh, the guy,
Okay, so-
the guy they protect there was the bodyguard. No.
Aziz.
Aziz quick. Complete.
so basically,
The team set.
Complete.
so basically, 19 technical team members
Yeah.
were submitted to the Ministry of Youth and Sports to be paid appearance fees at the FIFA World Cup. The other technical team members, right? My understanding was that they were given per diem, and in that, in total, each of them got about $5,000
Yeah.
at the FIFA World Cup, right?
I think the 5,000 will cover the three. The Ignatius.
There were
5,000
three.
each.
There were more than three. There were
There
like
were 4.
5. There was Ibrahim
It was
Tanko.
Tanko, it was Ignatius.
There was
Boedu,
Ignatius.
and
There was Boedu, and there was
Ogun.
yes.
Because I know they didn't get
So the
100,000.
No.
the splits 20K give them.
So this list, this 19
Not bad.
technical team was what was submitted, right?
Yeah.
The management committee. This was the management committee. We already know them, right? And they were paid in Ghana before they even left. Mark Addo, chairman. Ajiman Kwesi Owusu, vice chairman. Kwame Bamfo Owusu, member. Kojo Damwa, member. Samuel Osei-Kufo, member. Abdul Karimu Ahmed, member. So I was told that when they sent Sikins check to him, he rejected it. Right? He said no. He wasn't going to the tournament and that it wasn't necessary for him to be paid. In fact, those were the words. He said it wasn't necessary for him to be paid. Right?
Good conscience.
That was what I was told. Okay. So, in total...
But he was not the only person who rejected it, was he? Did Sami Kufuor take it?
Yes, he did.
Right.
Yeah. He did. And in fact, let's not go into detail. Let's just leave it there. Some fight probably even post that. But let's not go.
Are they
Let's,
photo with
Even the 4
$100,000?
coaches they were talking about, some of them didn't take it.
The 5,000.
Yeah.
the $5,000.
I know 2. I know 2 who didn't
So
take it.
I was told one of them.
Because they were promised a lot more, or their names were signed against a lot more, only for them to be presented less.
Okay,
from
so one of the interesting things.
Wait, let's unpack the issue one after the other.
Yes, I'll come to him to unpack it. I'll come to him for him to unpack it.
I just want him to clarify so that we just come back to you so that you flow. You are saying that the 4 who we've already named, they were asked to sign against amounts that were not consistent with what they were actually being offered.
Yeah, so they rejected it. 2 of them I know.
How much were they expecting to get? Or how much were they signing
I
against?
think I'm not too sure about the figure, but it was far short. I think if I'm speculating now, I think we're expecting to get a 10k, and half of that was what was due was being given to them.
So it was an error in communication. People were promised before the conversations took place. They were promised a certain amount of money until they went to the ministry and the ministry told them, we don't have this kind of money. So they got there with the mindset that they were supposed to be certain benefits. But unfortunately, instead of coming back to tell them that we anticipated that we could get A, B, C for you, unfortunately, when we got to the ministry didn't have that. That's why we couldn't get it for you. Okay. Then there was the other aspect of the decision. I wish we knew the exact date that this
of
the memo it was submitted. But per my understanding, usually documents or proposals like this are submitted for 3-4 months way ahead of any major competition that the national team is going to participate, right? So usually the national teams department, the Ghana Football Association, its president Keto Kriku, General Secretary Prosper, national teams competition chairman Alex Asante. These people, they are not travel agents. They don't even know when or which player the coaches are going to call up. So what they do is that they provide a blank kind of budget and tell the ministry, we have, let's say, the Black Stars game coming up. Probably the proposal for that or budget for that was submitted somewhere in November to the ministry. Just let them know that there is a match coming up, and around this time, ABC is what is likely to happen. So this allows the ministry to prepare themselves so that when the match is due and you're going to fly down the players, the onus is now on the ministry to engage a travel agency. The ministry will engage the travel agency. The travel agency will tell them that, okay, if we are going to fly this player from the US, that player from the UK, that player from Italy or Spain, this is the amount. And they submit to the travel agency to buy the tickets, and they will then in turn move them to the Ghana Football Association competition department to give it to the players to fly down, right? This is done per the explanation I get. I got this explanation long ago. So that they don't tell you that, okay, you prepare $3,000 as a flight ticket and cap it across. In the end, the ministry may prepare $3,000 and someone's flight ticket is costing more. That is an additional expense. So usually they cap it at a figure that when you are buying the ticket, you fall within that window, right? And there was the other explanation that...
But the counter argument to that would be, you, especially those who do the protocol job.
Yes.
Right. You have been, if you've been buying tickets for the same team all through the qualifiers.
Yes.
And you can almost tell where 99% of the players are going to come from. It is very rare that Black Star squad for the major tournaments features a lot of new faces. So usually the players who have gone through the qualifiers, we know where they come from and how much it costs to get them their tickets. So by the time the national team coach has to make the final selection, about 99% of them are players we've bought tickets for anyway. So if there is any average to be made, it is for maybe one player, two at most.
No, so
and you can check with
you
can check with the last major competitions that the Black Stars have been involved in.
I don't know whether I am missing the point or you are missing the point. The point here is this, right? You are going for a major competition. You are budgeting to the ministry that budget $7,000. This I'm submitting 3-4 months back. The possibility of the time for the flight ticket prices going up is extremely high, especially for a major competition like the World Cup.
But those prices don't change. It's our CD that changes.
It changes.
So you should help me here.
So I'm not going to cite example. I'm going to cite my personal example.
Hold on.
I'm going to cite my personal example.
But it's very marginal. The dollar.
I'm going to cite my personal example.
Muftao.
So during the summer, when I was flying to the US, right, I bought a flight ticket for $2,461. Under normal circumstance, a flight to the US, sometimes you can get it for $1,200.
Yeah, because you bought it late.
That is clearly the point.
No, so it doesn't necessarily change.
No,
It's
it doesn't
not-
change that.
Ticketing is timing.
No,
if
so-
I'm flying out today and if I'm flying out tomorrow and buying my ticket today, it's going to cost a lot more than if I had bought it a month or two ago.
No. So the ticket prices is often also influenced by the number of flights within a certain period,
Yes.
So there
which is extremely
there
high.
is
Yes,
that.
yes,
There is
there
that.
is
So
that.
in this
I'm
instance,
just pointing out to you that
Yes.
that scenario
Yes.
is essentially planning with the worst case scenario, which nobody does, right? Nobody does that, because even for the changes that you anticipate will occur,
Yes.
they don't fluctuate speedily or with the sort of frequency
No,
that
do we have an idea?
I'm just saying that.
No, I'm just going to ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Do we have an idea how much the previous trip they made, how much it cost them to buy a flight ticket? We don't, right? We don't have an idea about that. Maybe if we had an idea, it could tell us that, okay, your decision to budget $7,000 was
It's
quite
more
high.
or less.
Or
Yeah,
less.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But if we don't have an idea, it is possible the last flight ticket they bought it for $5,000 or $5,500 or even $6,000.
Right.
So if they anticipate a certain figure, they can put it there. There's also the other aspect, where the explanation often given is that if the Ministry of Youth and Sports is supposed to buy the flight tickets direct for the players, you will have to make payment within 2 months. Oftentimes, the ministry do not have the money to make that payment. They will engage a travel agency, 3 separate travel agencies under 3 separate governments. I don't want to mention their names. Those traveling agencies will buy the flight tickets and also put inflation on the flight ticket, right? Because it could take the ministry 6 months to a year before they pay them. So he is going to the bank to take a loan, buy the flight tickets for the players to come. It would have been easier for all of us if the Ministry of Youth and Sports create, say, a traveling agency within their office with some airlines that would fly down the players. And in fact, they would even buy tickets at the lesser cost possible.
Concluding the minutes for me.
Yes.
Concluding the minutes for me.
However, because Muftau Nabila Abdullahi is the agency that is flying down the players, Muftau unfortunately has to go to a bank, take a loan, buy the flight tickets. It takes the ministry 6 months to a year before they pay Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. So what Muftau does is that Muftau goes like, okay, if let's say I'm flying down Majida Shumero, it's going to cost me $2,000. I'll say it's $2,500, and the ministry will pay because I factor in the period that I've spent the money to buy, and within the next 6 months to a year, I'll not get the money back. Those were some of the explanations that came, and they kind of made sense because you're looking at a business where you've come to ask me to deliver services to you. I've delivered the services 6 months to a year. I haven't gotten my money.
All right.
Job, yes,
Thank you very much, Muftau. But my understanding from sometimes my little interactions with and this cuts across different ministries, is that for some of these contracts that they enter, the service providers, in anticipating what Muftau is saying, which is very true, that government never pays on time, they will factor an interest clause into the agreement.
Yeah.
So there is a penalty if you are not able to pay within 3 months. If you are not able to pay within 6 months,
But you don't bloat
there are
it thinking that's because they won't pay early.
That's very strange.
That one is.
I'll come to you on what this says about the relationship between the sports ministry and the Ghana Football Association, because whatever we say about the GFA, they are able to put forward such a budget because they know the person sitting at the other end of the table, and what they are likely to say no to. So that's also an important aspect of the conversation. But if you're ready to get way more chances to win with Bethway, remember that every single day you've got the key to unlock 5 free spins on Mega Money Wheel, where you stand to win a massive 1 million Ghana cedi jackpot. So what are you waiting for? Log into betway.com.gh today and take your spin, all thanks to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Now, do you want to fill your tank and have your dreams energized? Then look no further. Drive straight to Petrosol now. Petrosol is celebrating 10 years of excellence. The National Best Quality Awards winner is rewarding you with the Energizing Dreams promo. 3 draws down, 3 more to go. We don't share tricycles, motorbikes, TVs, fridges, and even fuel coupons. But the best part, 2 brand new Suzuki Espressos are waiting for 2 lucky winners by the end of this draw. So rush to your nearest Petrosol station, fill your tank with quality fuel in full quantity, and enter the draw. This be your chance to win big. Promo ends on the 31st of March, so Charlie, make sure you look sharp. Petrosol, energizing dreams. The clock strikes noon and you start to fantasize about lunch, unless of course you're fasting. It's been a busy day, and so some hot wache would be perfect. But then again, some banku and pepper and fish, that's my favorite, too, wouldn't be bad. Or maybe some rice and stew with some fully loaded Ghanaian salad by the side. Well, whatever is for lunch, we know the perfect beverage to make your lunchtime complete. Elevate your lunchtime experience with Beta Malt and discover richness in every sip. It is grafted to perfection with the finest ingredients and fortified with vitamin C. Beta Malt injects a burst of richness into your day. So grab a bottle of Beta Malt and discover the rich taste of 100% malt today. It's what says the time? It's 20 after 2 p.m. This is Game Plan on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Victor Achita Maklofenjo Tahir is joining us in a bit. But Daniel, quite a bit has been said by Sichu and then Muftao. But I would want you to focus on what this shows us and tells us about the relationship between the sports ministry and the Ghana Football Association.
I think it shows us the kind of people who are handling our sports. As you said, there's no way the GFA will have the audacity to put together this budget if they don't think, or if they don't have a slight idea that it will be approved by the approving body.
Or that there won't be significant changes.
Changes, obviously. So it's a serious issue. From the FA's point of view, in fact, focusing on the FA, it's sad and it's annoying, because it's like when it suits them, they are a private organization. But when it's convenient, they know how to overbloat and overbloat a budget, and it's our money.
Yeah,
you see, I don't think it is fair to say overbloat unless you have contrary evidence or 2 figures you can compare.
Demanding 100k for
demanding the same amount as the players is over.
But that is not overbloating.
It is.
No, that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
No,
that's your.
I'm saying it's the justifiable
See,
figure.
I'm talking for my tax.
When you say it is overbloat,
wait. Your opinion will be entertaining, but we cannot police other people's view.
No, let him explain. Not police it.
So let him explain.
So when you state that it is overbloating, it means that there is a figure which is supposed to be.
Your microphone is even off. Wait for him to make his case. If after that and you have any interjections, I may allow you. Honorable member, you don't have the microphone.
Withdraw. You don't have the floor.
Honorable member,
you don't have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In fact, when the FA has the audacity to massively overbloat, we put it that way, such a budget is a spit in the faces of Ghanaians. Full stop. Look, you can't be the body in charge of developing the most cherished sport in this country. Throughout, how many years has it been? Is it 5 or 6 years? There's almost nothing that has been done to ensure the proper growth of the sport. We are seeing issues at grassroots, across board. We are seeing issues with our league, that's the flagship program of the FA. Like issues everywhere. And these are not small issues, they are major issues. Now, when you put this budget into context, it was 7 or 8 months after Ghana's worst ever participation at an AFCON. So, During that period, if you look at the timeline from January 2022, when we finished last Pepe in our group, in a group that consisted Gabon and Comoros, we finished last Pepe in that group. Straight after that, the FA president asked us if we had Ronaldo or Messi. That's an insult to us. Then a few months down the line, when we miraculously qualify for the World Cup, God being so good, this is the you see, if you look at the finances, that's the finances towards the Qatar World Cup. This was the most lucrative World Cup ever in 2022. There are countries that adjusted their budget to be able to benefit from the initial prize money that will come. Quarter, if you just show up at the competition, I think teams were the cap-off figure was $9 million. If you are just
show up,
just show up, play your three good matches and go away.
Also made more money. FIFA's plan was that no country should lose money by coming to play in the World Cup.
The World Cup, countries and clubs.
Yes.
So,
but wait, so we're going to the average or the minimum every participating team was going to make was 9 million.
Around that.
Yes.
And the appearance fee item on our budget alone was more than half of that.
Yeah. And that's, you see, that is where I'm going towards. Because if you have superintended over the West AFCON campaign, and as of 2022, we were at that point we were at our lowest. With the Black Stars, the league was struggling, everything was struggling. And you are the body supposed to grow the sport. You have the future of the sport at heart. And you have qualified for the most lucrative World Cup. We will see a budget, or we will see a certain disposition from the FA to get as much money as possible to direct it at the development of the sport.
Right.
But it is basically to direct the money straight, no bendo, straight into the pockets of individuals, which is a major issue. Like, which right-thinking person will put together this budget that there are two extra, look, double the playing body plus two are any more or the same as the playing body? Like, how does that even make sense? If it was quarter like 10 safe, it's not even okay, but that's a problem. But for you to have the audacity to put together 28 extra heads to get the same as what the players are earning, and at the end of the day, like, you really think you will succeed? Like, how do you think you go into this competition and succeed? And you see, these are some of the small issues we consistently talk about, because the players know they are human beings who.
Oh yeah.
This same information we get,
They also get.
So if you are playing, you are going to don't read from us. So if you are playing, you are going to the competition, and you know that this guy who is Charlie is going to earn after breaking your leg, after spraining your ankle. This guy who is just walking around and giving order, he's not doing anything.
No, they are not even in the line of fire.
He's not doing anything. If you are Barbara man and you are warming up and they are insulting you and they are insulting your mother, the people who are sitting on the bed, some of them didn't even come to the stadium. They are chasing girls. The person that they are going to earn the same amount of money as. Will you, like, how does it even play on the minds and the psyche of these players? It just clearly shows that this football association, ministry, and this is a relationship that has gone on over and over and over. That's why we always see this thing. We complain about 2010 AFCON budget, then 2012 is worse, then 2013 is worse, then 2015 is worse. Like, it just keeps happening and happening and happening. And the bottom line is, you see, we're talking about 68 years of independence. That's why the older we grow, the worse we become. Because nobody is looking at development. Everybody is looking at how to remove an arrow and fire the money straight into your pocket so that you can enjoy. And it's a serious matter. Like, it's the audacity for you to finish this thing and come and basically insult the people of Ghana. When it's convenient, you are private, government can't interfere. But when government can interfere and put money in your pocket, you don't have an issue.
It's good
You don't have an issue with it. And you see that gap. When we say government, when you're talking, we're saying government. It's our money, oh.
Yeah, it's our money.
Okay, if it's our money, oh.
It's our money.
That's why the last time, when was it? I think a month ago, the show where we spoke about what we expect the sports ministry
to do.
That's why I said that everybody should submit a plan, a workable plan, and if you see, if the plan doesn't make sense on paper and on the field, no, you will not get access to funding. Because Boga, Boga, the economy is beating us, but every month we are paying taxes. Like, we don't have a choice, we are paying taxes. So I want to know that the football that I'll take my remote and I will tune in to watch, the football that they will send me to go and cover, no, it should make sense. It shouldn't just make sense on the pitch. It should have a long-term what your friend say, development plan. It should make sense that when I finish this whole thing, when my children grow and they come, no, the seeds that have been sown today, there will be value in the future. Yeah. Like, Boga, hey, this thing is proper wickedness. And right now, a part of me was saying, I don't even want to see the thing that was approved because maybe it will. But now, I really want to see what was approved, because the way they have dodged, you can tell that there is evil on that paper. Yeah. That's why they don't want it to see the light of day. So, Fento Tahiru, Muftar, I was expecting you to get a scoop.
He gets. Somebody tell us make no put out there.
I actually released excerpts in May 2020.
No, I want the approved.
So we want the approved.
No, that's why I was mentioning the names of people who were submitted.
We don't want the
approved. How much?
After Uber.
We need to know. He gets. Somebody give out the 100K. Somebody give out 5K.
VAT. Your name said your abbreviation said be tax. VAT.
Tax.
See, Achu.
But I'm not exempted.
Boga. Lastly, to the sports minister. See, he can't get it wrong. No. Boga, we are not in normal times.
There's too much at stake.
We are not in normal times. So I beg him. Look, I beg him, pa. We have clearly seen the disposition. As for the FAD, they are there to benefit themselves. It's very clear. The development of the sports is not their matter. But he will force them on our behalf. He will force them to think about the development of the sport. Because as long as my money and the money of the people listening to us is the one paying the players, paying the 28 and 20. Next time it will be 54 other people on that list. We have to make sure that there's value for money, because Charlie, the thing sense no deans.
Look, I'm just going to
Chairman, end. Don't be whimsical and capricious.
I'm just going to end this conversation in a minute. In a minute.
Let me just say this.
It's
in a minute.
32.
In a minute.
No. I'm just going to.
He's a host. You want to talk more than the people? No, the thing you want to
say.
In a minute.
In a minute.
Next time if you want to talk, can't sit here. Make no go sit down, man. Move that away.
He won't talk. You know with the.
I'm going to conclude this in a minute.
You are not getting back on what Daniel said.
No.
Okay.
The point is this, right? We look at it as a GFA ministry thing. It goes beyond them. GFA submits a budget. Ministry pushes it to cabinet. If there's no approval from cabinet, a letter is written and signed by the chief of staff. You can't spend. But sometimes we make it appear as though it is something that the two institutions, which is the sports ministry and the Ghana Football Association, do to benefit themselves. That's why I said the last time you said I was defending. But the point is this, Achu. If cabinet or the chief of staff does not give the ministry approval, who dare touch money from there? How would the finance ministry even release money for them to spend? So clearly, we should look at how cabinet also decides to approve some of these things.
Thank you. And I think that point was highlighted by Ibrahim Sanidar in 2014 when he said the Black Stars budget was a state secret, national security matter, and that chief of staff had given an order that nobody should, and a whole lot of.
It is because the commentaries like this.
No, look, I'm just going.
You are the host too. You are the host. His street is 235.
I'm just going to conclude by saying that President Mahama, show yourself different. If there is any president in the Fourth Republic who has suffered singularly because of the Black Stars, it was him during the 2014 World Cup and the blowback. He has seen enough. He has enough knowledge of expenditure around national teams. Beyond the words, show us by your actions, because in a few months, the same national team that will come and ask you for millions of dollars for one Black Stars match would ask you to pay extra money for the team to go and train somewhere on a rented surface, when the equivalent of these monies we are talking about can build a proper national football center. We've seen Morocco, we've seen Egypt, we've seen Senegal. The people who come up with these ideas and implement them in those countries, they don't have two heads. They don't fall from Pluto. They face the same systemic corruption that we face here. Morocco didn't develop integrity overnight. It was a concerted effort. And still, I'm sure they have their issues, but still, they're able to cut through the maze and make some significant gains. Senegal, Egypt, they are not saints there. All the people there are not suddenly righteous and pious. Yet, you can take baby steps towards winning back public trust. As for the FA, we know the media are irredeemably incompetent. But the people who my tax goes to is the presidency, is the office of the chief of staff, is the sports minister. Enough said. Let's talk about the Black Stars, Sicho, in a moment. But before that, we've all been there.
Wow, Black Stars.
Which Black Stars again? Which Black Stars again? You confirm?
I meant the Champions League, not. I meant the Champions League, not the Black Stars.
Are you also fasting?
We've all been there. You've placed that perfect multi-bet and it's all going your way until it's not. And one or more picks let you down. Like Dortmund did to boys this week. Like PSG did to boys this week. Just one goal, and they were joking. Well, with Betway, they have got a special formula that allows you to win even if your bet misses, and they call it Betway's Best Saver feature. So even on multiple losses, you can get your money back and then more. Bet Saver is exclusive to Betway. Get way more. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Now, do you know that when politicians want our votes, they do campaign tours? After campaign promises and election victories, they do thank you tours. So, do politicians ever go back to the citizens? Do they ever come back to you to ask you what you expect of them in power? What it is that you want them to do for you? And do the citizens get to engage government about issues that matter to them? Well, for the first time ever, the CDD Ghana Citizen Expectation Town Halls train will travel across the country, collecting and collating the expectations of citizens for the government. And it's starting on the 25th of February, or it started on the 25th of February, and is running from now until the 20th of March. There are going to be 10 regional town halls in all, and then 4 town halls for the youth, women, people living with disabilities, and then the aged. The town halls will be crowned by a multi-stakeholder conference where collated citizen expectations are definitely going to be discussed, and then they will forward them on to the government, just so your voice is heard and your thoughts are also known by the government. And that's why you've got to join the conversation now and share your expectations on CDD Ghana's special social media platforms using the hashtag #CitizenExpectationGH. Remember, it started on the 25th of February and is running from now until the 20th of March. So follow Ghana Citizen Expectation Town Halls on all CDD Ghana social media platforms. The CDD Ghana Citizen Expectation Town Hall is powered by the Adum Enjoy brands of the Multimedia Group, with generous support from the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office. Now, this Ghana month makes sweetwa with DSTV, because from now until the 31st of March, Yatete so amao. So DSTV Decoder Plus 1 month free Showmax Premier League subscription for viewing is on your mobile phone for a cool 189 Ghana cedis. Yes, you heard right. DSTV Decoder Plus 1 month free Showmax Premier League subscription for viewing on your mobile phone for only 189 Ghana cedis. Wait there, don't come you. So grab a decoder today to catch Starboy Mohamed Kudus, Iñaki Williams, Antoine Semenyo on all of our Starboys in the top leagues in Europe. Our local channel Aquaba Magic is delivering authentic Ghana content this month. So rush now to any of our accredited dealers for your own DSTV decoder for only 189 Ghana cedis and enjoy 1 month free Showmax. In addition, terms and conditions apply. DSTV, your home of entertainment. Now it's time again for the biggest Roots Reggae Festival in Africa, Ghana. Get ready for the Kuchoko Roots Festival 2025. It's happening tomorrow at the Labadi Pleasure Beach in Accra from midday till you drop. And you only need to pay an amount of 50 Ghana cedis. Advance tickets are already on sale on kuchoko.com and the aquaba.app. So from Kingston, Jamaica, for the very first time in Ghana, performing live, culture featuring Kenyatta Hill, son of the legend Joseph Hill, doing Stevenson, alongside the legendary reggae gospel singer George Nooks. Kingston meets Accra for a highly spiritual tango in a Kuchoko style. So from Ghana, we've got Black Rasta with the Herbalist Band, Konkra, Ja Vibes, Mighty Orthodox Band, Rena, Nana Ntul the Bombardier, Osajifu, Nilante, Jawai, Daddy Bosco, Ras Apia Levi, Kwame Bediako, Akle, Ton A Hope, and the High Life legend Samuel Owusu. All of them will be performing tomorrow. And from Burkina Faso, we've got Smo, Rasimposh, and Ima Hado. For more information, you can call us on 0244 499461 to learn more about this. Media partners for this event are Hits FM and supported by Joy FM, Adum FM and Adum TV, Asempire FM, Joy Prime, Black Empire Media, Prekese Media have all helped us on this journey. Do well to join us tomorrow at the Labadi Pleasure Beach Hotel. Sisho, this week we saw Real Madrid putting together a functional performance against Atletico Madrid to win by the odd goal in 3. Just talk us through how Ancelotti's men managed to do it without their key actors having the best of games.
Individual brilliance. I think I'll be brief on that. Individual brilliance. And that is why Madrid are so powerful in the Champions League. It's because when you think you've shut down Kylian Mbappe, you've got Vinicius. But if Vinicius is not having a good day, you've got Rodrigo. And if Rodrigo is not having a good day, on the day Brahim Diaz was superb. And it could have been Bellingham, but he was missing in that game because of suspension. So that is why Madrid are dangerous. You just can't keep all of them quiet. And to be fair, the game was a very balanced game. Atletico Madrid would be happy with the result, knowing that the game is still alive going into the return leg and the Metropolitano at home. But I think Madrid will also be very happy, even though Ancelotti would have thought the game could have been a bit more, closed for them because they had opportunity to have gone 3-1 up, maybe 4-1 up. Kylian Mbappe's ball to Vinicius Jr. Had he squared the first time, I'm thinking it's a tap-in. Yeah. That is 3-1. The game is more difficult for Atletico Madrid. But I think the game is even a lot more poised now for Real Madrid in the second leg. Atletico Madrid will have to somehow try and take the initiative. But I know Simeone, he's not going to all of a sudden think that because they need to win to go through, he's going to throw bodies forward and try to win. He'll still be very cautious in the game. But Madrid as well won't be in a haste to try and go and look for the kill. So I think it sets up for what would be a very, very entertaining game. We are likely, in my opinion, to see a very similar game to what we saw at the Bernabeu, at the Metropolitano. It's still going to be, I think, close. It's still going to be perhaps 50-50. In the end, I think Real Madrid will go through. But yeah, the game is very much still alive.
Daniel, Bayern Munich, you earlier spoke about how they show their class and pedigree against Bayer Leverkusen, and with quite an emphatic scoreline as well.
Yeah. The champions.
It's just the anthem. They won the Champions League. The champions. That's all.
I finished the submission.
That's all.
Quick.
And that's all.
This is the anthem.
Quick.
The anthem has
If they
that.
play that game in Bundesliga, Bayern will struggle. If they played it in the cup, we all saw it this season.
Yeah.
Bayern will struggle. But the Champions
Just
League,
leave
is
that
different.
anthem.
It's not even company. It's not company because company is on way.
Oratus.
We've seen it. We've seen him in the Champions League this season. But it's a knockout round fix. I was asking somebody before the game. We're giving predictions and they were going through the logical route.
Yeah.
And as for Liverpool, I said, have you ever seen a German club kick out Bayern Munich
In the
Champions League
It's a taboo.
before? Charlie, let's be serious. Let's be serious.
Hurricanes' first goal. What a thumping header.
Charlie,
Like,
bullets,
the
bullets.
cross from Melissa was superb.
He actually started with a pass.
The pass
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
wide.
Out wide.
Then he ran,
Then he got into the.
got in front of the
And that was
defender.
when he got, boom! He was arriving with such. Oh, it was a brilliant header.
There's
Brilliant.
no keeper in the world that will
Yeah,
see
it's a
that.
massive
Like
brilliant.
it's almost like he scraped the bar
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Brilliant header.
You can't.
I enjoyed that goal.
You to
Brilliant.
me.
So Leverkusen are done. Yeah, done.
3-0.
Brilliant.
Anyway, let me get some of the messages. We still got the Barcelona game and then the Liverpool game to try to make sense of before we check out of session. Good. Okay, this came in the morning. So, okay, there are about 3 different messages. 2 actually.
Go down,
So,
go down, go
yeah.
down, go down.
Yeah. Good day, game plan. My best 4 sports personality for Ghana at 68 are Azuma Zoom Zoom Nelson, Mohamed Polo, okay, Abedi Ayupele, and Steven Tonado appear. Prosper Dominion from Dakom and Accra.
Polo to polo.
Yeah. Since we're making a frantic effort to cut down on our national expenditure, including our independence celebration, then we must do all we can to stop the chop chop at the GFA, especially by people who don't have the national interest at heart. There is no justification for paying anyone $100,000 for a World Cup appearance fee. It simply doesn't make economic sense. That also came from Prosper. So yeah, thank you very much, Prosper, for that message. Daniel Cranton says he doesn't. Daniel Cranton says he doesn't care. Does he know Abedi? Does he know the name Abedi is more powerful than Ghana card abroad? Charlie, but that is some serious skew.
You should go and stand in front of the ballot box and vote for Abedi.
Abedi.
It's that simple.
Says mention Ghana anywhere in the world. The next question is Abedi country. He should be coach. Well, oh, Massa, that bit was not necessary.
Still, I don't care.
Gerald, you can search pot shots there. It's not very cool. But we thank you for your message regarding.
When the issues are subjective matter,
Yeah,
people should, like,
talk
it's
your
not
mind
facts.
and then go.
Why?
It's just a
Your-
feeling.
your brain is in my head.
see, let me tell you, to be honest, nobody say I won't balance ama.
Yeah.
I will choose football lesson.
Yeah.
Football is what appeals to me. I'm not a
Exactly.
massive boxing fan,
Yeah.
but Zuma be top. So yeah, but if you
for
push
you,
me like the 4, no. If I
All
go 3,
ballers.
like you lose.
It
All
would be
ballers.
awful.
That's not because it's not great. It's just because of my orientation.
Your
with
preference.
sports.
Exactly. Hello, Joy Sports.
the Ballon
Julian
d'Or.
Alvarez's goal against Real Madrid was by far the best goal of the season. Stanley from Achimota. Do you think so? That Julian Alvarez's goal against Madrid was by far his best goal of the season. I think he scored some other cracking goals as well. But yeah, thank you. When it comes to Champions League, you can't go without Real Madrid from Sir Cabis, London, UK. Thank you for your message. We hope you're having fun out there in London.
Madrid.
Please stay. Be stable, Kakra. Be stable so that we get through the messages. Then, good afternoon, guys. For me, I will start with Abedi, Azuma, and Robert Mensah. Gabriel Kedan from Dowenya with that message. Yeah, Robert Mensah is an honorable mention. For the record, Starlet's 95 is not Ghana's first goal at the under-17 national team level. Rather, it was 91 Starlets featuring Odate Lamtis, Sebastian Barnes. Who's correct your earlier submission? No, I said we had bronze in 92. That was
Olympics. You said the Olympics. Yeah.
right. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me.
You were talking about the
Samadi.
Samadi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking about Samadi then. But Benatekutino. Okay. I should tell Sicho that Kamaldin will break Asamoah's AFCON record in 2027. Anyway, Brides from East Lagos.
There's a prophecy.
Yeah, there's a prophecy.
Yeah.
But you know my favorite part of the prophecy? At the end of it, he said, there are things to be done.
Yeah. Come on, for look quick
Yeah,
and call
for-
up quick.
sharp,
After
sharp.
the fasting, for call them.
Sharp.
Sharp,
and
sharp,
see
sharp. Before go see it. Azuma Nelson, Asamoah Gyan, and then Sir Cecil Jones at Tukufi. That's from Gabriel. That's his top 3. Are they still going on with the plans to resume the GPL coming this weekend, they should not deceive us with appearance of multiple security personnel at the various match venues as they did with the GA Cup games. If they've brought this kind of initiative, it must stay for eternity. Aziz Idigoro in Ashaiman Zenu. Indeed, the league will go on tomorrow. Hearts of Oak are playing Young Apostles. That's the first game. The GFA says they have put together enhanced match day protocols, and so that is what they are using to assure the rest of us that the league, everything is going to be under control when the Ghana Premier League resumes. Sisho, so Liverpool are going into the second leg with an advantage over Paris Saint-Germain. When we come back from this short break, we will look at that performance and if there is any reason to be worried at all from that performance, and of course Barcelona's as well.
After hours of planning, Kwame and Yao placed a perfect multi-bet. A big win on United, and both teams to score in the London Derby. But Yawa, who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the London Stadium? But Kwame no dey shake. Unlike Yao, it dey bet plus Betway. And with Betway's Bet Saver, he can win even if his bet misses. On multiple losses, he can get back his bet and more. Bet Saver, exclusive to Betway. Get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Yebeye medical tourist destination.
Campaigns are fought hard. The citizens vote, and then a winner is declared.
I have the singular honor as the returning officer to declare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the winner of the 2024 presidential election.
The winner takes it all. But do politicians ever go back to the citizens to ask them what their expectations are? And do the citizens get to engage government about issues that matter to them? The CDD Ghana Citizen Expectation Town Halls train will travel across the country, collecting and collating the expectations of citizens of their government. On the 25th of February, the train stops in Sunyani in the Bono region, Koforidua in the eastern region, and Wa in the upper west region. On the 27th of February, in Takrady in the western region, Techiman in the Bono East region as well. And then on the 3rd of March, in Accra in the Greater Accra region, and Dambai in the Oti region. And on the 4th day of March, in Kumasi in the Ashanti region, and Cape Coast in the Central region. These will be followed by 4 town halls for special groups. First, the youth in Tamale in the northern region on the 11th of March, then for women in Ho in the Volta region on the 13th of March, followed by people living with disabilities in Accra in the Greater Accra region on the 18th of March, and finally for the aged, also in Accra in the Greater Accra region on the 20th of March. Join the conversation now and share your expectations on CDD Ghana's social media platforms using the hashtag CitizenExpectationGH and also on this radio station. From the 25th of February to the 20th of March 2025, follow the 10 regional town halls train and 4 special groups town halls on this radio station and all CDD Ghana social media platforms. The CDD Ghana Citizen Expectation Town Halls is powered by the Adum and Joy brands of the Multimedia Group with generous support from the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office.
Are you ready to get way more chances to win with Betway? Every single day, you have the key to unlock 5 free spins on Mega Money Wheel, where you stand to win a massive 1 million Ghana cedis jackpot. All you need to do is to log in and take your spin. Exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
All right, welcome back from that spot of commercial. It's we've got just some 7 minutes to go. You're still live on Game Plan on Joy 99.7 FM. The Board of Governors, management staff, and past students of Holy Child School are inviting you to the 79th Speech and Prize Giving Day celebration of excellence and tradition. And that's why you need to join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Holy Child School Field in Cape Coast. This is happening under the theme Preserving Our Educational Infrastructure as a Sustainable Legacy for Future Generations. This year's event is proudly hosted by a class of 2000, the Millennium Group, and they're promising you a truly memorable occasion filled with inspiration, recognition, and a renewed commitment to building a brighter future for the school. Now, as part of this grand celebration, they are introducing the Millennium Maintenance Fund, a legacy project dedicated to preserving and enhancing Holy Child School's infrastructure for generations to come. And so they're inviting all past students, friends, and well-wishers to be part of this historic event. Hope some family, they are asking all of you not to miss out. Holiko, raise your body, factor, non-verbal. Right. Are you ready to get way more chances to win with Betway every single day? You have the key to unlock 5 free spins on Mega Money Wheel, where you stand to win a massive 1 million Ghana cedis jackpot. So what are you waiting for? Log in to betway.com.gh today and take your spin, all thanks to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, this is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Now, Pentecost Hour, a religious broadcast program sponsored by the Church of Pentecost, comes your way with the chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamiche, on Sundays on Joy FM at 1:30, and then on Hits FM on Mondays at 5:30 a.m. and on Joy Prime TV on Saturdays at 7 a.m. And that's why you've got to tune in every Sunday, Monday, and Saturday as Apostle Nyamiche brings you life-transforming truth that nourishes your soul, ignites passion, and restores hope in the nations. The Church of Pentecost, we're possessing the nations for the Lord. Now, we started with Cape Coast, traveled to Kumasi, went to Afadjato, and now we are in the capital, Accra. Joy FM's Showbiz A to Z is back with its annual discussion on various cultures across the country as part of the annual Ghana Month celebration. This year, our radar falls on the Ga people. The discussion is going to highlight the journey of the Ga people, their role in shaping tourism and the creative economy. The show will empanel seasoned resource persons to talk about tourism, arts, and culture of the Ga people on the 15th of March from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park in Accra. Here's a reminder for you to wear your Ghanaian identity with pride this month. We do hope that you've been enjoying our specially curated Ghana Month Joy content thus far. Don't forget to join us for the Volta Adventure from the 21st to the 23rd of March. We're visiting 5 of Volta region's iconic tourist sites. Pando Lakeview in Zipline, Tafi Atome, Monkey Sanctuary, Mount Gemi, Amejope, Waterfalls, and Canopy Walk, and the Doji Cruise. This is a perfect opportunity to witness the breathtaking natural beauty and rich cultural heritage of the Volta region, as well as engage in feeding monkeys, climbing mountains, zip lining, canopy walking, picnicking, and a bath at a natural waterfall. There will also be Bobobo Nights nightclub session with Ghana's finest DJ Black, and a cozy lunch session on the Doji Cruise. All these and more for only 3,500 Ghana cedis, including breakfast, lunch, dinner, tour fares, transportation, and all activity costs. Again, for only 3,500 Ghana cedis. No hidden costs. Make payments via the Momo number 0593 038 842 with the name Daniel Boyfield on the multimedia group. You can call us on 0302 216 540 to make enquiries. Celebrate Ghana Month by joining us on the Volta Adventure from the 21st to the 23rd of March. Ghana Month on Joy, joyously Ghanaian. We have just under a minute or so to check out of session. So I'm going to give the final minutes to the lead editor on the Joy Sports team. Thank you, Tahir. Thank you. Charlie, don't worry. Very soon it will be over.
You've taken. I'm going faster.
In exactly how many minutes? In exactly 2 minutes. But yeah, actually,
next week.
Yes,
we're resetting Ghana Sports.
We are.
Tell us about it.
With a thought leadership event is at 6 p.m. and it will be live on the Joy News channel on Joy FM and on Joy Prime. We're bringing together some of the brilliant minds from the world of sports to basically share ideas about how we can propel the sports and reposition our sports to really take off. Because I think we can all agree that the last few years, with the nature of the performances of our national teams and underfunded federations, we've struggled massively to make an impression in the sports world, and a lot needs to change. I think we've realized that we need to do things a little different, that the ideas need to be game changing, they need to be bold, they need to be drastic, that the usual rhetoric will not work. And that's why we are putting this together. From Monday, we will start to unveil some of the speakers that will be participating in this event. And apart from even our main speakers, we will have a live audience. But the live audience are carefully selected from the world of sports, people with very good experience as well, with great ideas, great minds, so that that interaction in itself would solicit some fantastic ideas that we can put together in a document and submit to the sports minister, who we are hoping would be our special guest of honor, to come and listen to all of these ideas and hopefully put them into good use. So for those of you that will not be there, and obviously that's probably like 99.9% of our audience, we are streaming this on Facebook, on YouTube, on all digital platforms, X as well. So from wherever you listen to us, wherever you catch your thought leadership events on Joy FM or Joy News, Joy Prime, we will be there. And you will be very excited about the kind of speakers that we've assembled for this event.
Thank you very much. Do also follow us on all of our socials. Tomorrow morning, myself, Daniel Crantin, and Musbao are going to bring you Prime Sports Extra from 8 a.m. That's our show for today. Enjoy your weekend.